Right guys, Mike Crossfield here. I'm going to do an interesting little study, call it a study, it's very basic, but look, I've got my Mizuno MP5 irons, which people know I'm using and been talking about them a lot recently, and I've got a Mizuno JPX-EZ. Now I could have done this with any manufacturers, I just happen to have two 6 irons at both ends of the spectrum, so they're bladed, hardest to hit, most cavity backed clubs out of one brand, happens to be Mizuno because I had them kicking around. I'm going to hit lots of shots with each one of them. We're going to look at strike, we're going to look at drop-offs, maybe give you some ideas, yeah, that might challenge your thinking a little bit. Well, let's see. Let's get stuck in. Right, I'm going to hit the EZ first. I'm going to hit a series of shots of it. Just try and hit good shots, try and hit target. That's all I'm going to do. And then we're going to see if we can compare the drop-off in the two irons. So I mean, as in I know this one is going to go further than that one. I don't mean drop-off like that. I mean, if this one goes 170 and that one goes 160, how big is the shortest, or how big is the drop-off from the shortest hit to the longest hit with the equivalent club? Because EZ obviously is meant to be more game friendly, more user friendly, cavity back, higher MOIs. So how much are you going to see that in a real gaming environment? Let's challenge it. So let's hit a series of shots. I'm about to get tired with the EZ. So I'm going to hit one more shot, 10th shot with EZ, and I'm actually intentionally going to hit this in a low toe area, so a weaker spot, if you like. So that's a low toe strike. So we're going to look at that data in a second. Let's see how MPH5 gets on. Right, we're going to hit 10 shots. Mizuno MP5, like it's a much truer bladed club, very different in its MOI properties, say, to EZ. And let's compare these drop-offs. Let's give it a hit. Right, last shot with MP5. I'm going to try and hit that low toe shot like I did with EZ as well, as close as I can to the similar ideas of strike. Oh, I think that was worse. Well, look at the numbers. I think I hit that more toey. Right, there you go, guys. I've hit 10 shots with each club, and obviously we're looking for JPX-EZ to be considerably more friendly. You guys go for fits and all those kind of things, and I see some interesting ideas from people who've been fits and kind of online and those kind of things. Very contrasting clubs. If we look at the data, average yards with both clubs, which is interesting. 162 with the blade, 163 with the EZ. It was quite interesting. I was expecting the EZ to be much further. The drop-off, 136 when I hit it way in the toe on the bladed, the MP5, to 142 when I hit it on the toe with the EZ. So you would think the EZ is performing better when you get it right in the low drop-offs. If we select the 142 shot, let's just look at that strike and then go up to the club. You're going to see that the strike is in the toe and a couple of grooves low of the red line, okay? Now if we go back to the MP5 strike, obviously we're trying to get the strikes some kind of comparison similar to each other. So if you close that down, that's it, and then go down to the bottom one there, which is the 134. If we look at the strike there, you can see, as I said when I hit it, it's much further out the toe, so they're not the same strike. Now considering I've hit them both pretty much in a place that I wouldn't really hit the ball, what's the difference in yardage in the drop-off? Was it like 4 yards? We're looking at 6 yards difference. And you've got to take into account that the Mizuno MP5 was much further out the toe than the EZ. Now, what's the longest hit? 169 longest with the blade. And then if you come back down for me, sorry, and then my decent longest hit is 160. So it's 8 yards from my best to my okay-ish strike. If we go to EZ, longest hit 167, dropping down to, what's that, 158. it's 1 yard more drop off, isn't it? So, I mean, that's 10 shots of each. I could keep going, but I want to go to lunch. There's a few points here, look. I think over the time of a season, you would get more help out of something like an EZ. Just over and over again, you would need a massive data collection to see a noticeable difference. I'm finding with my MPH5 or my MP5 that I'm not seeing any drop-offs. I'm not seeing massive differences from bad shots to good shots. I'm just not seeing it compared to the more game improvements. It doesn't mean that you should all go out there and buy blades, but it does hopefully give you a bit more power to trust what you like, the sound and the feel and the look of a bit more. People selling on massive MOI claims and what have you, well, I mean, R&A are pretty strict with their rules in this game. If there was a club that made this game easier, they would stop it from being made. The game is up to you. It's all on your skills. Interesting numbers there. I mean, they've even surprised me a little bit, but really, really interesting numbers. Post comments down below. What do you think? What do you think of those numbers? Could you use a blade or not? You just wouldn't trust it. Yeah, but I'm hitting them all over the face, or kind of within a certain area over the face. They're not all on the exact same strike. I'm not seeing a drop-off. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Periscope, all the normal social places. Also, come and visit my new website, markcrossfieldgolf.com. See you over there.